Hello everyone and welcome to the Deercast. Today we are discussing the Gen 3 trigger stick from Primos. Now essentially all this is a three-legged tripod, as you can see here, but it's got quite an interesting additional feature to it in that it self-levels with the aid of this trigger bit on the handle here, hence where it gets to name the trigger stick. So essentially, depending on what uneven ground you're on or not on, you pull this stick and you can either adjust the sticks to a certain angle or to whatever height you do or do not want them to go to. So that is the maximum height of them there. Obviously you can get a little bit taller by pulling the legs further in if you want to. Lowest it'll get down to, it's actually got a rotating collet around the base of it here. So if you twist it there, you can then pull the legs out almost sort of horizontal, and in terms of as how low down it'll go, you can almost get sort of sitting, well you can get sitting or kneeling shots with it there. You then pull it back in place, the collet snaps back in and jobs are good. Rifle sits in this fully rotating yoke here at the top, so you've got full sort of 360-degree pan. If you don't like this V yoke here, you can swap it out. So Primos do a additional sort of attachment that supports both front and back of the rifle. You can also swap it out for a Spartan Davros head, and it's very, very simple to do it. There's one switch here on the right hand side, then a press button there, push that and out it comes. So really, really easy to change. Everything on the sticks apart from the legs is plastic, which does give it a sort of slightly cheaper sort of feel to it, but at the same time it does keep all the weight down. Legs are aluminium. The whole thing weighs 1.5 kilos, so pretty light, slightly heavier than some of your quad sticks that are out there. For the Gen 3, they're about 159 pounds last time I checked on Bushware. You can get the Gen 2, and some places are still doing the Gen 1 versions. Gen 2, when I last looked, were 99 pounds, and Gen 1 I think were even less than that. So if you are after a really cheap set of, or really cheap tripod, this is probably quite a good option to look at. Advantages to it is, unlike sort of quad sticks, they can pack up incredibly short and small like that. There is a strap here to keep your legs together if you wanted to, and then simply to extend it, undo the strap there, press that handle or trigger, sorry, and it'll all slip back down out. The full 360-degree rotate on this top yoke is something I found quite useful. So I've used this on 2 roebuck stalks. And it probably did really, really well there because I was able to pan completely, whereas once you're on a quad stick, you've got sort of a very, depending on the size of the front rest, you've got very limited pan if you've also got the back of the rifle rested as well. So that's probably the positives to these, and the fact they're quite cheap and seem relatively durable. Downsides to it, they're heavier than my Vibraflex quad sticks. I don't think you gain anything in that sense. I think to set them up, they are just as fiddly, if not more fiddly, than quad sticks. I appreciate with these you have got the advantage of being able to level on different types of terrain, whereas quad sticks you have to do what sort of some people call the sort of quad stick shuffle to get them level on ground. But for me, the biggest sort of drawback is that with this head on it, you only have one point of contact and support on the rifle. So for longer range or more precise shots, I did struggle with this. It was brilliant for sort of close range roebuck stalking, as I said, especially when you needed that pan because you were calling stuff in, weren't quite sure which path it was going to take towards you, and by its very nature, target is always drawing closer to you. But actually, if you're trying to take a 200-meter neck shot on something, it's a little bit of a blustery day, you're standing up. I don't think this would be the tool for me. I know, talking to some people, they absolutely rant and rave about these, and they're quite happy and confident they could take a shot like that off this, and that might be what the conclusion is, that if you are going to use something like this, it just needs a little bit more practice than something like quad sticks. I think it's quite an interesting option out there. I don't think it would be my go-to set of sticks, but certainly something I can see myself having in the armoury to pull out on the odd occasion when something like this is needed. So there you have it. Thank you very much for watching. You can go and check these out online. Very good all-round cheap tripod. Thank you very much for watching.